All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Swamp. And I guess the name still hasn't changed. I haven't come up with a new name for it yet. Placeholder title still going on. Tomfoolery Tuesday, where we investigate all the tomfoolery that the internet has to offer, I guess. and Super Chats still going towards the revolver fund. I need a new revolver. Mine broke. It's just the way of the world. And if you haven't seen it yet, new merch available for the amazing thing of Donald Trump being arrested. Just remember, the boys didn't do nothing. A pack of 2 stickers. Holographic because they're special edition. That's how you know they're special, if they're holographic. Trump and I with our mugshots, and again, the boys didn't do nothing. And a Swamp logo sticker. It's two different stickers in a pack. There you go. We didn't do nothing. That's all I'm saying. And I'm still waiting to see if I'm going to get in trouble for that. Whether it be on YouTube or Big Cartel or the print company that I use for them. I don't know. You never know nowadays what you're going to get in trouble for. So, to start things off, as we wait for people to pile in, we'll do what we always do. Start with the people that I follow on TikTok. Everyone's favorite thing. Oh yeah. And Super Chats, activate the Super Chat jukebox.
It's because we got. There's something about MAGA country, play it over again, we got, make America great again.
It's going to be an interesting one because I'm not in a great mood. It's been a tough few days, or like a week, I guess. Lots of problems. Problems with my mower, trying to put it together. Issues. Always shenanigans from YouTube and social media in general. Yeah, I'm not my usual peppy self, as everyone knows me as. The upbeat cartoon on the internet, who never has anything to complain about ever. But we'll see how this goes. We'll see how long we go before I just go, okay, screw this, I'm done. But as I said, while we wait for people to come and join the stream, man, what a freeze frame. Let's check out my following page on TikTok. Just as a primer, get ready for whatever is about to happen.
We have a lot to talk about. Those of you that look forward to my weekly videos have probably been asked.
Wow, I already hate it. Feels like it didn't. There we go.
Hi. We have
God.
Lot to talk about. Those of you that look forward to my weekly videos have probably been asking yourself one thing. Where have I been? Where have I been? Where have I been? Answers.
I already don't care, and I don't know who this person is. This is somebody that I follow. This must be someone I followed on TikTok Tuesday, and I've completely forgotten about. And clearly I followed her because she's really annoying.
It's kind of a long story. Actually, it's not. Where have I been?
Oh, God.
I've been living life. I've been making videos for 10 years, and views have been going down and down and down. It's embarrassing.
The views have been going down because nobody likes this kind of stuff anymore. The vlogger thing with the super fake, like I'm already upset.
Embarrassing. Then I realized this app is fake. This app is fake. And if there's one thing you guys know about me, I'm anything but fake.
the 30 seconds leading up to this moment would beg to differ. I was just saying how fake this is. We're not watching the rest of this.
Bitch, what the fuck is going on in my comments section right now? Cause I'm not fucking dead! Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome! If you're not new, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the Daily Scream! What's going on, guys? Because currently, all I see in my comments...
Why do I watch the, why do I check in with the people that I've followed on TikTok again at the beginning of each Tuesday? Why do I do this? I mean, I know it's going to be terrible because that's why I followed them.
Comment section is this. R.I.P. Spencer. I feel like I can still hear him. It's like he's still with us. R.I.P. Spencer. We miss you so much. Fly high, Angel. Oh my gosh. It's like I can still hear us scream. R.I.P. Spencer. R.I.P. Spencer. I feel like I can still hear him. I miss Spencer so much. I'm so happy his friends are posting his draft. Rest in peace, Spencer. I'm gonna miss you so much. Bitch, I'm alive! So, what the fuck is happening? I feel like every week something new is just happening in my comment section. First, you bitches are using photos of my adolescent face as your profile pictures. Then you start comparing me to characters from a fuck-ass movie called Sapotha. And now I have bitches.
Are there really this many people who actually follow this person seriously and care about what this person says? Of course, we already know the answer to that. Let's see, I can't remember. Let's see how many followers this annoying person has. Oh, well, they've got a few followers. 15.3 million followers. Why?
Is mourning my death. I don't know if you guys are trying to manifest my death by acting like I'm dead, but hi bitch! I'm still alive! Is this some kind of new fucked up trend? Because sometimes I feel like you bitches just say shit to say shit. And clearly, if you haven't noticed, I am fortunate.
Holy crap, no.
Legendary people you didn't know were LGBT because your history teacher thinks they're roommates. Part 3. Alexander Hamilton was looking for a man to ruin his life. One day in the military, he saw John's blue eyes and he couldn't ignore it. So he grabbed his pen and began writing angry love letters. You should not have stolen my affections without my consent. I wish it might be in my power to convince you that I love you. Next up, jealousy and a 3-way. Legendary people you didn't know were LGBT because your history teacher thinks they're roommates.
Yeah.
I feel like my coochie's like a hornet.
Oh, we already saw this one.
I have to say something, and you might not want to hear it, but I'm a bitch. And I use that term in all of its reclaimed glory. But I feel like sometimes with my presence on social media and like because I care about
Yeah, I'm not in the tomfoolery mood. I've been I've had just an annoying, stressful 7 or 8 days recently in a row. Frustrating days out working. And why is the world like this, you guys? Why is this happening? Everyone just using the seriously, this person is using the exact same kind of mannerisms as the person before them.
social justice.
This
People are I'm a bitch. And I use that term in all of its reclaimed glory.
that is the same as this.
Legendary people you didn't know were LGBT because
And this.
Bitch, what the fuck is going on in my comments section right
And this.
Hi. We have a lot to.
It's all the same. What is wrong with people? I don't know what we're doing today, you guys. After we're done with checking in on the people I follow, I don't know what's going to happen. So let's get back to. Hey, it's Mole again.
Like, I know that lesbians are non-men loving non-men, but like, why does their flag look like this? It's a great question. Oh.
I'm sorry, what? Okay, hang on. Hi, can you make an explanation of why the lesbian flag has the color that it has. Do people really care about this kind of stuff? And even if they do care about it, did what Mole just said make any sense? This lead up?
So like, I know that lesbians are non-men loving non-men, but like, why does their flag look like this? It's a great question.
I don't.
I'm glad you asked. The first modern lesbian flag was designed in 2010 and was known as the lips.
Oh, I like that. Mole got it wrong and had to redub. That was hilarious.
The first modern lesbian flag was designed in 2010.
2010.
Known as the lipstick lesbian flag. However, the lipstick lesbian flag only represented a small portion of the lesbian community. It was just for the femmes and excluded butches and other gender non-conforming friends. So, in 2018,
Mole is actually a perfect example of, I guess you'd say, young people today. That Mole just went on Wikipedia and read this stuff, or went to like gayfacts.com and read it and just takes it completely as gospel. just read it online and now feels comfortable enough making a video explaining the history of this flag, which is already absurd in and of itself. But are we supposed to believe that Mole went and did like went to the library and busted out a dozen books and was like reading through the archives and, you know, was finding this information out? No, Mole went to Wikipedia and just read it. And here we are. These are the facts, the real facts, the honest to God facts.
a brand new lesbian flag was designed by Emily Gwen. This lesbian flag was designed for everyone and is what we recognize as the lesbian flag today. The lesbian flag is made up of 5 different stripes. Dark orange for gender nonconformity friends, light orange for community, white for unique relationships to womanhood, pink for serenity and peace, and dark pink for femininity. Hey! Not every lesbian is the same as another lesbian.
Imagine this is your formula for making flags. It's so stupid. I guess you have to have that kind of formula if you're going to make so many flags. But I don't know. This just popped into my head, so I'm going to pull it up as an example of what I'm talking about. But it cheapens the very notion of making a flag in the first place. Dude, check this out. Back when people were still making flags that were cool, based. What an absolute badass flag. Virginia's got a sick flag, man. But why take all that time when you could just follow the color formula and put together 6 different colors and just say like, hey, we're done. Got it. No big deal. We got to churn out another 15 of these today. Just make them horizontal lines and pick a few colors. Go. We got a lot to do. They're inventing 6,000 new genders and sexualities a year. So we gotta speed this up. We can't just all make badass flags. Well, not to mention it's a flag for a territory, not an identity, which doesn't make any sense at all. But while we're talking about flags, I want to take this moment to talk about how freaking cool Again, cool flags. Having a cool flag used to mean something. Dude, the Tennessee flag is freaking sick. That's a badass flag. And if I'm supposed to pretend that whatever the hell is going on in this is somehow comparable, forget about it. Forget about it.
She didn't have a choice. She had to cut her hair off publicly. There was nothing she could do at this point. She had to try to play it off like, oh, I don't care. I don't care about my hair or that I have to chop all of it off. I don't even like having hair, which we all know is bullshit from previous videos of hers.
I know what you want to hear. I could tell her hair good before.
So after, doubling, quadrupling,
What the fuck is how old is this woman? And she's making this video. I don't even know what this video is about, but straight to jail. Everyone, straight to jail.
Here's what's the bitches I'm not arguing with. And understand that men can be bitches too. Y'all be the biggest bitches, for real. 1, I'm not arguing with a bitch that like to argue. No. Because why does every disagreement have to be an argument? You ever disagree with your homegirl when she call you with some tea and next thing you know y'all beefing? You hit her up that next week like, hey sis, what's going on? And she, oh, we talking now? We friends? Bitch, I didn't know we ever fell out. All I said was that I didn't agree with you robbing that bank with your baby in the back seat, bitch.
This is
Why
gonna...
are you punishing me for caring about you? Yeah, I'm not arguing with
This
you.
is gonna be the death of me.
Yes, man, not friends. That's cool. Just ain't me. 2, I'm not arguing with a bitch that don't drink water. No. 3, I'm not arguing with a bitch that follow the shade room. Y'all is dangerous. Them be the type of bitches that come up in your house, take a picture of your crib during one of your depression episodes, and then post it when y'all fall out. Yeah, bitch. If you follow the shade room, you is not my kind because you probably out here spreading misinformation and you get.
Oh, God help me. I feel like I need to say the Lord's Prayer before I get into... before I even get into talking about this. First of all, what was even said in this about 10 seconds right here? I honestly didn't catch a word of this. Let's try this again.
No. 3, I'm not arguing with a bitch that follow the shade room. Y'all is dangerous. Them be the type of bitches that come up in your house, take a picture of your crib during one of your depression episodes, and then post it when y'all fall out. Yeah, bitch. If you follow the shade room, you is not my kind because you probably out here spreading misinformation and you get off on other people's misery.
If it wasn't for subtitles, I would be completely lost. But even with the subtitles, I'm still mostly lost. What the Why do people talk like this? And you know what drives me the most insane? Is you can't criticize when someone talks like this if they're black. Because people just say, well, that's just how black people talk. No, it's how stupid people talk. And it's on you if you're going to tell me that most of the time black people are stupid. That's not me, okay? That's you. That's you saying that. Stop talking like this. Stop it. Stop it.
I'm not arguing with you, bitch. I'm scared. And last but not least, I'm not arguing with a bitch that don't never got her kids. No. Bitch, you don't care about your kids. You damn sure don't care about me. I am not arguing with you, bitch. You might try to hurt me.
Oh, good Lord. Has it been 3 hours yet? What is even going on? It's only been 20 minutes. It feels like it's been 3 hours. Okay? Like, shut up. No, I'm not listening to you. Stop it. Stop. Oh, good Lord, man. I told you I'm not in a great mood today. I've been fixing up my mower and having problems with the zero-turn mower. Replacing the blades, which apparently hasn't been done in like 25 years. And one of the belts broke on it. It's been a huge pain in the ass. Had to get some spray to try to loosen the bolts. It's been a nightmare. Every time I think I got it figured out, man, something else falls off and gets busted up. What a pain in the ass. What are we doing? Hey, no, Hank Hill doesn't have a problem with zero turn. He has a problem with the god-awful novelty zero turn from that hell, what was the name of the company again? There was oh, what the hell was I'm actually Googling it because this is gonna drive me nuts. I should know this offhand. Which is kind of even a sadder statement than the fact that I'm Googling it. I really should know this. The Mason Company, yeah. Now we got it figured out. Okay. No, it wasn't the fact that it was a zero turn that he had a problem with. It was because of all the stupid. It was a crap mower. That's a good episode. The one where they do the 12 Angry Men parody. Screw Tomfoolery Tuesday. Let's just watch King of the Hill, you guys. It'll make me feel better. Okay. First up. Okay, so obviously I'm trying to I'm reworking Tuesdays in real time as we go through this. So what we're doing today is I'm going to show, let's see here. We got one wait a minute. Four different things. And then we will decide who is actually up to the most tomfoolery of the four. They're not all necessarily related. But they're aside from the tomfoolery. So the first one I wanted to look at, and I have not actually checked this out yet, but it's been going viral. And I feel like I would have a lot to say about this. And it's probably not what people think I would say about it. Have you seen this? The 12-year-old kid that was got in trouble for wearing a Gadsden flag on his backpack. He had a patch on his backpack that was the Gadsden flag, and the school said he had to take it off because it has origins was slavery and it was tied to slavery. Which is obviously disconcerting to hear from school officials that they don't know anything at all about anything. But not surprising in the slightest. Let's see. There we go. Let's watch the clip.
Thank you. Do they know what the Gadsden flag is? That it's a historical flag?
So the reason that they do not want the flag, the reason we do not want the flag displayed, is due to its origins with slavery and slave trade. That is what was with the
Oops, my bad. I hit it.
And slave trade. That is what was as the reasoning behind why we do not want this.
Who is this woman? What is her position in the school? She just said Gadsden flag has its origins in the slave trade.
The Gadsden flag.
The "Don't Tread on Me."
Okay. Which is the Gadsden flag. Okay. Okay. So he's what's going to happen if he doesn't take it off?
He is able to go. I was actually just telling him, like, I was upset that he was missing so much school. I'm like, so I asked if can he just take his stuff out of his bag and go back to class. Like, I just want him to go back to class. The bag can't go back. It's got the patch on it because we can't have that in and around other kids. So that's what I was trying to, and then he said you were close. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it has.
Can't have it around other kids. Is she actually trying to imply here that there was some kids that were upset about this? No. Come on. You know it was just some... Well, it was probably her. Just some stupid leftist teacher in the faculty was upset by it because she knows that MAGA right-wing extremists use this. She doesn't know what the hell it is or where it came from, obviously. But she knows that it's bad, and generally bad means racists, slavery, right-wing, white supremacist, something like that. I'm pretty sure that's all she understands. That's all she knows it to be.
Nothing to do with slavery. That's like the Revolutionary War patch that was displayed when they were fighting the British. Like that's the revolution. Maybe you're thinking of like the Confederate flag.
Okay, I am
Is there
just
history
here
teacher
to
that
enforce.
can come and...
No, I am here to enforce the policy that was provided by the district, and definitely.
I would love to know the policy that says you can't have the Gadsden flag anywhere displayed. This really reminds me of when I was in school. I need to send this video to my parents. They'd be like, son of a bitch. This is taking me back. Some things never change, I guess.
It's like I just want him to go back to class. The bag can't go back if it's got the patch on it because we can't have that in and around other kids. So that's what I was trying to, and then he said you were close. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with slavery. That's like the Revolutionary War patch that was displayed when they were fighting the British. Like that's the revolution. Maybe you're thinking of like the Confederate flag.
Okay, I am
Is there
just
history
here
teacher
to
that
enforce.
can come and...
No, I am here to enforce the policy that was provided by the district, and definitely you have every right to not agree with it. I mean,
Yeah, because the
absolutely.
ACLU says that he's allowed to wear that. If you like go on their website, it's like says in big letters.
All I'm saying is that
unless there's like a ban on.
You know what's funny to me too is anyone in real life who doesn't live in Fantasyland like this crazy woman obviously does. If you see a kid who's 12 who's dressed like this, you do not debate that kid on general history and facts in general. Everyone remembers that kind of kid when they were in school who just has inexplicable knowledge of just a million things. I mean, everyone knew that kid. That you're like, what'd you do yesterday or after school? I went home and read my encyclopedias. And somehow he retains all of the information, not just some of it, or even most of it, all of it. If that kid's telling me something about the Gadsden flag, I would just say, well, you know what? You're probably right. Just based on how you're dressed. Yeah, I would assume you're probably correct on that.
On patches, period. Like if you said there's no patches allowed at the school, you cannot display what you think or anything like that, or what cheer or anything like that. I think it's like one-sided, because you allow some patches but not other patches.
Kids have patches like other names and like the American flag on their backpacks.
Yeah. That was like flown during the revolution with, I just don't understand that at all.
So what I can do is
And
have
if you go onto the
our-
ACLU's website, yeah, let's talk to
I
someone,
can,
because
I
I
can
don't
have
want a
you speak
lawsuit, I really
to,
don't.
I can have you speak to our Jeff Yoakum
Okay.
again.
Okay.
And then he can refer you to our person at the district.
Okay.
Because like I said, we're following district policy is what we're doing. So the last thing I want is him out of class.
Yeah, I
Like,
know,
that's
he
all
should-
I-
he
the last
takes
thing
his-
I-
That's the real power of bureaucracies. I guarantee you that's not district policy that this kid can't have a Gadsden flag on his backpack. I guarantee you that's not district policy. Now, if they want to try to do what she's doing, which is twisted into it's district policy that you can't have anything that advocates for slavery. Jeez. Which is obviously stupid on its face because, well, that would never happen. I mean, I don't know of anyone that would just go advocate for slavery, but they'd say the Gadsden flag does that, since that's what she seems to be doing. This is what bureaucracy does. Listen, you just have to do what I say because I'm just following the rules of the bureaucracy. And if you have a problem, you can run it up the chain of command. You can't fault me for this. I'm just enforcing it. So you have to not do that because I say so. Because that's the policy. Doesn't matter if it even is the policy. It's shifting the blame. You know, I personally don't like this, so I'm just going to act like this is a policy that needs to be upheld. Hey, don't shoot the messenger here. You know, I don't make the rules.
His classes seriously, he studies, he wants to get straight A's, he did that, he made honor roll when he was here before. He intends to do that again right now, but it's hard because he keeps missing class for this.
Of course that kid was on honor roll. And you're right, Vic. This is the kid that when you and I were in school or this age used to be getting bullied. And now he's the one that's in trouble at the and he's going to the principal's office and is facing suspension, and all the kids talk about it like he's the dangerous kid. You know, my mom told me not to talk to him. And you go, "Oh, really? Which kid?" The one with the nice clothes, with his shirt tucked in, with a nice haircut, wearing the weekend dad sneakers, who gets straight A's, who's on the honor roll. Look out, man. That's the bad kid. The one who says that if he had the chance, he wouldn't sleep with an adult male when he was underage. What a crazy person. Totally crazy.
So
I understand that.
yeah, and I mean, we teach him to always stick up for your beliefs, and I mean, you're going over the revolution for 7th grade. I mean, the founding fathers stood up for what they believed in against unjust laws. This is unjust.
Look at this woman's face. What is going on here, man? As she's listening to talk about the founding fathers. Is she constipated? I don't even know what the hell is going on here. That is not the face of a reasonable person. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, like I said, we're upholding a policy that was provided to us, which we have to uphold.
Quit hiding behind the bureaucracy, you coward. Stand up for your beliefs. You hate liberty and freedom. Just say it. If Marx was alive, you'd have sex with him. Just say it. Quit hiding behind the bureaucracy. Freaking, I swear to God. It's a good thing I don't go to school anymore because, man, I would get in trouble for things all the time. And if the bar was this low, when I was in, the bar was all the way down to you just have a backpack with an American flag and a Gadsden flag on it, I probably would have been arrested in school If the bar was that low, I mean, good Lord. Do they even teach about the Gadsden flag, or is that you can't even show it in school? So that's the first contestant for Tomfoolery Tuesday. Oh, I didn't save her picture here. Let's God, look, she always what is going on with this woman? Look at this face. Her eyes are looking in two different directions and they're half closed. She's got the SSR eyes and the cockeye thing going on. Not a thought going on in that head right now. Not a one. Well, this is what the state told me to do. Oh. And well, this is actually a hilarious freeze frame because you put it with the kids expression. Perfect. He's got the Chad smirk going on. All right, that's our tomfoolery number 1. Gadsden flag versus public school teacher tomfoolery. Tomfoolery contestant number 2. The masks. The masks are coming back, you guys. Oh, no, this is the one I already played that one. Hang on. Oh, this is... Maybe you got refresh?
As the school year gets underway,
Holy
there
hell,
are
that's
new
loud.
reports of a rise in COVID cases around the country. Many schools have either closed temporarily or put mask mandates back in place. 1/4 of the staff at schools in San Antonio, Texas, have been infected. Atlanta's Morris Brown College will require everyone to wear masks for the next 2 weeks. Some medical experts are not sure these new restrictions are necessary yet.
To keep kids home or to force them to wear masks is an overreaction. The thing to do is, if you're concerned, and we should always be concerned and we should always be vigilant, is if you haven't gotten vaccinated, get vaccinated. And if you haven't gotten boosted, get boosted. That's the best thing to do.
But how many boosters do I need to get? Pete Pitts. That's his name, Pete Pitts. How many boosters do I need to get, Mr. Pitts? 1, 2, 6, 8? And on top of that, how many masks do I need to wear? Because I was told many times by the experts, yeah, you could wear 1 mask. Unless you want to be super duper good. And you could wear 2 or 3 masks at the same time. Fauci told me that your immunity to COVID virtually goes up to 100% if you have 3 masks on. Which I think it's bordering on journalistic malpractice to not mention that. Hell, where was the one? There was one that I actually really wanted to play, and I don't know where the... I guess I should have actually saved it instead of just pulling this up. Well, sure, let's just pick another random one.
There is a new COVID variant, just as COVID hospitalizations are on the rise.
Even in their own graph. This graph did not do them any favors. So they're saying COVID, it's on the rise, you guys. It's on the rise. And usually what they do... Hey, there's our boy again. Okay. Usually what they do is crop it down to... Oh, not even that. Usually they crop it down to, say, like, right here. You know, where it's like, you just see this part. You just see this, where you go, wow, look at the spike. Look at the spike, man. And then usually it's the you know, the crazy conspiracy theorists like myself who have to point out, well, if you zoom the graph out, it looks like this. They're just doing it. They're just showing it to you. So this is what you're supposed to be scared about after all this other shit. Wonderful.
Of course, we're still way below where we were at the peak of the outbreak, as you can see here. But you can see over the past week, hospitalizations are up almost 22% nationwide. And this was the 5th straight week that that number has gone up. Lisa's here now with Dr. Malika Marshall to help us understand what exactly is happening here.
Yeah,
well, please. What is that? What's happening?
One of the first big questions, should we be masking again? And who should be masking?
Well, it depends. I mean, obviously anybody is welcome to mask up whenever they'd like to, but certainly people at high risk of complication from COVID-19 should wear a high quality mask, an N95 or a KN.
How are we back to this? The tomfoolery is off the charts. How are we? Even the CDC stopped saying you should wear masks. What, they think they gave it enough time? They let people kind of live a normal life for 10, 11 months, and now they're like, maybe everyone forgot that everything we said was bullshit. Maybe they all forgot. Let's just go back to saying masks are really important. What, this is CBS News Boston. I guarantee you some of the people involved in this production were also involved in the backtracking that was done, where everyone started to say that, you know, that moment when they knew they were screwed. They absolutely knew they were screwed and they couldn't keep pushing this anymore. And then they pivoted to saying, well, no one was forcing you to do it. No one was forcing you to wear a mask or get vaccinated or get boosters. So maybe we were a little overzealous, but that's because we really, 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 really care, you guys. We really care. We just care.
95 when they're in crowds and in public spaces. I would do that now. That includes seniors, especially those over the age of 80, people with diabetes or cancer, heart.
Oh, now you're allowed to say that it's mainly elderly people with already compromised immune systems that are at most susceptible. Remember when you used to say that and you would get taken down off of YouTube for misinformation? You'd get, your video would get taken down because you said that, listen guys, this really isn't that big of a deal. Maybe if you're over 75 and have other health issues, it could be a serious problem for you, but everyone else, it's not a problem. And now it's just basic knowledge. Everyone knew that. And maybe you should wear your masks again.
Disease, chronic kidney, liver, and lung disease, or really any immunocompromised state. Now, you may have heard about a new variant called BA.2.86, which has been detected in a small number of people here in the U.S. It's not clear that this variant will cause more severe illness, but because it's highly mutated, it could lead to more breakthrough infections in people.
Side note, how embarrassed would you be if you were out in public and your mom was looking like this?
More severe illness, but because it's highly mutated, it could lead to more.
Man, it's brutal. What a time to be alive. There's too much tomfoolery. And yeah, Majid, for some reason, this guy is wearing gloves. What is this? Is this stock footage that they took from early 2020? And why are his pants so low? You're not expecting me to believe his torso is this big. His pants are like... Who the hell is this guy?
Breakthrough infections in people who are not fully vaccinated. Now, most of us haven't been vaccinated in months, maybe even in a year, and the new booster, which should help protect us from these newer variants, won't be available for
This has to be old footage that they're showing, right? This can't be new footage. At least I hope to God it's not. This has to be old footage from... They're playing the highlight reel of what was the glory days for them when they got to control everybody and everything. There was one particular news clip that I was going to play, but maybe they took it down.
A surge in COVID-19 cases has led to pandemic-era mandates returning to some places. Yeah, mask mandates are making a comeback in some parts of the nation as a new subvariant rises.
What was that all about?
Mandates are making a comeback in some parts. Yeah, mask mandates are making a comeback in some parts of the...
Is she just hoping you'll be okay with it if she tries to tries to make it sound jolly? Mask mandates are making a comeback.
As a new subvariant rises, while infection rates are nowhere near pandemic levels, this spike in cases has doctors on alert and warning against panic, though. Many remind the public to practice good hygiene by washing their hands frequently and using the right type of mask.
Oh, we're back to that. You remember when everybody and their mom suddenly was talking about how, guys, I got the latest guidance from the CDC. It turns out if you wash your hands, you should wash your hands, you guys. No, I remember being in preschool and they were teaching us that we should wash our hands. You remember when they were just saying basic things or like, and it turns out if you're starting to feel ill, and especially if you have a fever, stay home from work. Oh, wow. This is great information. I got to write this down. I can't find there was this one clip that I wanted to play. New COVID booster shots will likely be for everyone, doctor says. Maybe it was this one.
One Atlanta college is now reinstating a mask mandate.
Yeah, so this is Morris Brown College announcing this decision on its Instagram account Sunday evening. And take a look at this post. It says it's because of the reports of positive cases among students. So for the next 2 weeks, all students and employees must wear a mask unless alone in their office. There will be social...
Oh, well, at least they're letting us not wear masks when we're alone now. Because that wasn't the case the first time around. Remember, the first time around, they were saying they had people wearing masks alone in their homes on video conferences. So, you know what? It's not as bad as it was last time, okay? At least when you're by yourself at home, they don't suggest you wear a mask. This is progress, you guys.
Positive cases among students. So for the next 2 weeks, all students and employees must wear a mask unless alone in their office. There will be social distancing and no large student gatherings. Contact tracing and symptom monitoring are also in place. And they're reminding everyone to wash their hands frequently to prevent the spread of the virus.
Oops. Wow, I accidentally clicked on King Strang. Came up as a suggested video. Wow. That's how much I watch this.
One Atlanta college is now...
All right. On this same vein, people want to bring back mask mandates. I saw Libs of TikTok posted what appears to be a short compilation of people saying, the masks are back, you guys. The masks are back. Yeah.
Please think about everybody in the revolution
and wear your mask.
I'm sorry, what?
Please think about everybody in the revolution and wear your mask.
Everybody in the revolution. This is like, I don't know if you were one of the people who was lucky enough to watch my most recent video, but this woman sounds like the people who were at the anarchist book fair. This is the revolution, you guys, and the way that we do this to stand up, abolish power, and grow peace, and fight injustice is do what the government says. Follow the mandates, you guys. Fight the power. Punk rock.
I don't like it. I don't like.
When I see a small child without a mask in 2023 putting my life at risk. I have several questions. Well, first of all, it's more of an observation. Crazy eyes. Always with the crazy eyes. Where is this woman sitting? Where even is this?
I don't like it.
Where in 2023 do they still have these stupid, like, plastic, like, plexiglass barriers? You see that? This can't be 2023. Look, every other adult is wearing masks. Every single one of them. And even one of the kids is wearing masks. So one little kid, this one little girl, I guess, isn't wearing a mask. And that's going to kill her, I guess. Lady, I gotta say, we are not going to be lucky enough to have you die of COVID. Unfortunately.
I don't like it at all.
When I talk about masking on here, I'm talking about physically wearing a mask during a pandemic. As someone who's autistic, I understand it's confusing because half the time I'm like, oh, they're talking about that kind of masking, not that kind of masking. So I definitely need to be allowed.
I'm going to have to press X to doubt that you are actually autistic. What is it with a lot of... So you got the... right? You got the funny right-wing meme version of being like, me and the boys have autism, right? The funny meme, boys with autism, and it shows like, you know, someone with 600 guns and a detailed map of the grounds of the White House or something. But then the crazy lefty, cultural leftists and political leftists also, you like to talk about autism, but they actually genuinely, honestly think that they are autistic when most of them don't show any signs of being autistic. Being stupid in general is not a sign of autism. Just because you're stupid and you think masks work doesn't make you autistic. But what is up with that? Why do they like to, is it because you can have a mild form of autism and no one can tell? So it's an easy way for you to get like victim points? Or like special treatment? Is that why they like it? I don't really know. Yeah, I prefer Pepe autism. That's the kind of I every day when I'm after going out and shooting some of the metal targets out here in my property, and I go back to the basement and I'm cleaning the guns. That's my Pepe autism moment every day.
More careful when I specify what kind of masking. However, I don't understand autistics who are against everyone masking. If you're autistic and can't physically mask from sensory issues, that's completely understandable.
What is masking when it comes to autism? Autism masking. Never heard of this. That's because I have Pepe autism, not real life autism. The term autism masking is used to describe behaviors used by people with ASD to suppress or hide the signature characteristics of the disorder. So it's pretending to not have autism. It can also mean mirroring the behavior of neurotypical people and developing scripts that work in social situations. I mean, I think most people do that to varying degrees, right? I mean, oh, hey, the Tennessee flag's still there. Sure.
The rest of the public needs to mask to protect you. That's the point, is we all need to be masking to protect those who can't, including those in the autistic community.
Hey guys, it's Tanya. How are you? It is a Sunday afternoon and I wanted to show off my KN95 mask.
Oh, I can see why, yeah.
This is the kind of mask, it very loosely, elastically goes around the ears. It is a nice fit. If you can see here, it gives me plenty of room to breathe. It's not too tight on.
Dude, the PSYOP attached to COVID just broke so many people's brains. There's going to be people until the day they die comparing the way their masks fit like people would normally talk about shoes or pants or something. And all of the authorities who broke their brains in this way all said, okay, guys, we were totally wrong about that mask thing. we were definitely wrong about that. It did not help at all. And then they wait, like I said, like a year, and then they go, you better be wearing masks again. Mask mandates are rolling back out. Why? Because there's an election coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that's it. There is an election coming up. Please wear your masks, stay inside, and send in your mail-in ballots. Don't worry, we will take care of them. After all, we are the government.
On my nose, it's not tight on my mouth. You can see it comes out. It's a nice color, black. It comes in other colors. You can see the brand here. You can hear me very clearly. I'm walking outside to try to get some fresh air and exercise. And it's keeping me safe. And there's nothing hard about wearing this. It's nothing uncomfortable. It fits nicely. My 83-year-old dad wears this. Anybody can wear this. So this is just a reminder that if you're lucky enough and if you get the privilege, you'll get to grow into old age and be healthy. Not all of us get that.
The glasses are trying to hide it, but look. Enhance. Enhance. Those are some SSRIs if I've ever seen them. She's trying to hide it with all the hat and the glasses and the mask. Definitely some SSRIs. 100%. The SSRIs don't lie. They do not lie.
Get that privilege to live into our old age and make it healthily. Be kind to people. High-risk people have every right to be in society as much as anybody else. We have a right.
What about my rights? They love talking about rights when their rights curtail mine. That's when they like to talk about rights. For some reason, whenever they talk about rights, it has to do with restricting mine while protecting some imaginary person's rights that isn't anywhere near us at the time.
Right to go to the doctor safely. We have a right to do essential services safely. Wearing a mask is not a big deal at all. Have some love in your heart. Have some compassion, because one day it can be you. Don't be ableist. Don't be eugenist.
Don't be ableist.
Please, be kind. Have a heart. Show some love.
Hey, the only time you should, the only instance that you should ever be saying be kind is if it's followed with rewind. All right? It's the only time. Be kind, rewind. Otherwise, you're about to say something really stupid. I know that if it starts with, listen, if you just be kind, I know whatever you're about to say is going to be dumb as shit. Guaranteed. I wish we were still able to go to Blockbuster and rent VHS tapes. That was awesome. Good times. Better times. Okay, on to the next one. So far, we have had Gadsden flag triggered teacher tomfoolery. The return of masks tomfoolery. Now on to one. I've actually wanted to make a video about this many times, and I've never done it. I don't think I've talked about it on a stream. This is 4 years old, but it's still, the tomfoolery is still off the charts to a point where it needs to be addressed. It's I was about to just read the headline of this, and it's just so absurd. Hey, shut up. Coming here is mental torture. Families forced to live in shipping containers is the title of this. Now, what does that sound like? I mean, from the mental torture, forced to live in shipping containers, what do you think of? You immediately think of, like, in Sound of Freedom, the children being trafficked, crammed into boxes and put into these dirty shipping containers, right? They obviously want you to think something bad. And the absolute audacity of this woman to say this is mental torture. This is something else, man.
This is what it looks like inside one of these containers, mentioned in the Children's Commissioner's report. This container, this family, they've been living here for the last 9 months. We're going to have a word with them in the next few moments or so, but we just want to show you around and give you a feel of what it's like living in an environment like this. This is the kitchen area. They've got a microwave, a sink, and if I just take...
All right, so first, let's take a look. Not bad. Stainless steel, microwave, sink, dishwasher. This is better than my first apartment. I mean, honestly, my first apartment didn't have a dishwasher. All right. So that's the first thing that's supposed to be bad news bears, man. This is not good.
I'll just take you around here. They've got their fridge. Not enough space in the kitchen for the fridge.
Not enough space in the kitchen for a fridge, but they do have a fridge, and they say it's not in the kitchen, but I guess only technically, because he kind of passed through somewhat of a doorway. But I mean, come on, it's right there. Jeez.
Got their fridge. Not enough space in the kitchen for the fridge. This is where they store their clothes. Unable to get a wardrobe inside a container like this, so they have to store their clothes there.
Unable to get a wardrobe in a container like this. So this, again, bad news bears, man. This is mental torture.
Just going to take you into a bedroom. This is Mom's bedroom. This is where...
Again, first of all, I would also like to point out, they walked through a living room, went to a kitchen, walked through a connecting hallway with a refrigerator and a closet, and now are entering the next space where there's apparently 2 or 3 bedrooms. I just want to give you a mental layout of what we're talking about here.
If you sleep with her 2.5-year-old son, again, these are all their belongings. They have no space to bring chest of drawers in or wardrobe, so they have to just get their stuff, in corners.
No, they have no space to bring in a dresser. Well, here's an idea. You put all that shit in the dresser and put the dresser right there. And how do they have so much shit?
To drawers in or wardrobes, so they have to just get their stuff, you know, in corners. The children's bedroom is just on the left right here, and this is where all the children, all between...
Listen, that's their organizational problems. All right? That's on them.
The ages of 2, 10, and 13 and 11 years old all sleep. And again, nowhere to put their school uniform, so they all have to remain in bags. So let's get an understanding of what it's like for these families who live in these conditions. Lulu Abubey.
Okay, here we go. So those are the conditions. And like I said, this is already better than my first apartment. So I'm not exactly sure where we're about to go with this because, well, let's just say there's some tomfoolery afoot.
And her daughter Latifa, you've been here, as I've said, for about 9 months or so. You live with your young son. He has special needs.
Yes.
Just tell us just the complexities and how difficult it is for you.
Okay, living here is very, very difficult for any type of family, especially me having a special needs child who's my older son. He's almost 13. He's got severe autism, learning difficulty, has no danger awareness, and
Autism again. It's the hip new thing.
has not spoken yet. For the council to choose this kind of property to put a family with a special needs child, knowing that my son, he's a very active child, he needs to run around, he needs to, like let out his steam. This place is too small for him to let it out his steam.
And we get a sense of just how small it is.
Yeah, wow, it's just so small. All right, here's the thing. Free. This was given to you for free. Free. You didn't have to pay anything for this. Provided by the taxpayers of the country. This place isn't small. It's not small. It's not. What are you doing here? Get the hell out of here.
But I just wondered if you could give our viewers, perhaps the scope of just how difficult it is with 4 children. You have 4 children in a 2-bedroom container.
It's very difficult because, as you can see, there's no place even we can call a sitting room. The place is a shipping container. This is a cargo container. This is not for human being. This is a mental torture, more like it, because more living.
So there you go. It's mental torture, and we're living in a shipping container. So you guys remember that big trend? And this is 4 years ago, so this was obviously during the trend. People buying shipping containers and converting them into homes, the shipping container homes thing, the luxury mini home things. In what freaking reality do you get this for free? For free. Does this look like the inside of a shipping container to you? Good Lord. For free. And I don't know if I've mentioned this. It's free. Oh, yeah. The mental torture of living in a shipping container. I wish I had this shipping. You know what? Give me the shipping container. You can just go back to wherever the hell you came from. How about that? Everybody wins. You aren't suffering the mental torture of being given a free place to live. Whatever.
Not for human being. This is a mental torture, more like it, because more living here is not for families, for nobody. Maybe for a normal bachelor, they can cope or for temporary accommodation. Like if they told us it was a temporary accommodation, but from the temporary, it became a long-term thing.
Leading Council have said that this is one of the ways in which they're trying to tackle a homeless crisis on their hands.
No.
Perhaps a lot of people say it's better than being on the streets.
Oh yeah, we are just one step close to being in the street. People in the street are getting air. We are in a box. We're in a container. Containers.
People on the street are giving air. So this this home for free is worse than literally being homeless, well, then you can just F right off into the street then, lady. And let's be real. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you do that? If this is worse than being in the street, why wouldn't you go into the street? Wouldn't self-preservation, survival instincts, wouldn't they encourage you to live in the street if it was truly better than this? Dude, look at this. Look at this.
Not for human being. It's for you to storage things.
Look at that.
You get a sense just there.
And by the way, the mess is your fault. That's not anyone else's fault. That's your fault. I'm sorry they gave you a free place to live, and I assume furnished the whole thing and gave you a TV, which I assume has cable. But they didn't provide you with a maid, a cleaning service. That you're right. You'd be better off living in the streets.
How difficult it is for Lulu. Latifah, you're worried about your safety because you said that you've injured yourself whilst being inside this container.
Yes, on the hob I've burnt my arm, and the stairs are extremely unsafe because when it rains it gets wet and you would trip over and hurt your knee.
You were telling me earlier just how embarrassing you find it when you have to tell your friends where you live.
Yeah, because it's not like a normal home. It feels nothing like home. It's just the same as homeless people, but with 4 walls and a door.
Breaking news. Living in a home is just the same as being homeless, but with 4 walls and a roof. Get out of town. Oh. Thank you for this hard-hitting piece of journalism, Sky News. Holy crap. Dude, what is wrong with people? I mean, what have we done to as human beings to make this happen? This freaking guy. I don't even know who you are, but I don't like you either. Just because of this one news report. Dude. Get out of my face with that mental torture. Okay. So that was tomfoolery number 3. The ungrateful refugees tomfoolery. Let's see what it says. Tells Sky News the converter ship channel. Where is this? Is this in the UK? Oh my good. Keep so much shit they want me to click. Shipping container, man. 4 children. West London. And where did she? Golly, the article makes it worse. Miss Abracadabra says it feels they are being treated, quote, worse than animals. Worse than animals. So what was I being treated like when I was working, when I was starting college and had a tiny apartment? What was I being treated like an invasive mold species? I mean, was I being treated like black mold? I don't even. Oh my gosh, and look at it from the outside. What? This looks like apartment buildings when I was in college. Look at this. Tell me that doesn't look like student housing. Dude, there's buildings. I've seen like apartment complexes where they try to make it look like this when it's not even actually a container. Dude, you could rent this for like $1,200 a month. Ridiculous. I'm calling tomfoolery on this one. All right. For our fourth and final tomfoolery of the evening. Yeah, it's going quick. I wasn't feeling 3 hours. Man, I've had just a frustrating week, man. And I got to tell you, I think this is going to not be a fair vote because damn. This is where the title of the stream comes from, Ask the Mask. It is Channel 4 documentaries. So they have people anonymously answer questions. And I think Ask the Mask might be the most peak tomfoolery that has existed on the planet. Here we go.
Without.
You can see the title of this. I'm a pedophile, not a molester. Ask the Mask Channel 4 documentaries. We need a world where people can talk about this and they don't end up dead. Mouse, this is the nickname, is a self-confessed virtuous pedophile, meaning he has sexual attraction to children, but has made the conscious decision not to act on those feelings and abuse a child. Here he faces some very difficult questions from members of the public. Ask the Mask is a series where masked characters are asked tough questions about their lives, their choices, and the impact they've had on them. Tomfoolery does not begin to cover it.
I'm a paedophile, but that doesn't make me a molester. I'm a virtuous paedophile.
Have you ever abused a child?
No.
Do you still fantasize about it though?
Yes.
I find this crazy.
How young?
The youngest age that I could possibly be attracted to would be probably about 7. In the past, I did do some volunteering with children.
You wanted to be around kids. Is that so you can perv on them?
No.
So when you were there, you didn't fancy any of them?
Yes, I did, but it's not the same thing.
That is mad. I can't understand you. I'm sorry. That is crazy to me.
It's very difficult, and I'm scared. I'm scared that this is going to be a huge, huge mistake.
All right, guys. Everyone calm down because it's this guy who's really, he's scared, you know? You should feel bad. He's scared. He doesn't know what's going to happen, you know? This poor guy. This poor guy. He's virtuous. Oh, no. Of course, they have this copyrighted. Warning. We've detected video in your stream that belongs to somebody else. This may temporarily block your stream. Let's see if we can maybe watch a little bit of it.
What is a virtuous paedophile?
A virtuous paedophile is someone who has a sexual attraction to children, but who has decided that that shouldn't mean that they would abuse a child.
Do you class this as a sexual orientation or like a...
So, 2 things right off the bat. There is no such thing as a virtuous pedophile. I think we all knew that. And second of all, you might be shocked to learn this. This woman is a lesbian. I know. It's a shocker. It's maybe that was a poor choice of words. It is a surprise, and you really would not have seen it coming. That Holly, I think was her name, Holly is a lesbian. So apparently I can't play much of this because it's going to have the stream taken down for copyright issues. I guess I should have picked, because there's one thing I thought was really interesting about this, which we are not supposed to find interesting at all. It's supposed to be quite informative. Holly, as a lesbian, very interestingly, can't help but find similarities between the way that this guy is talking and the way that she lives her own life. Which I gotta say, if you're doing anything in the world and then someone walks up to you and goes, "Hey, I'm a virtuous pedophile. We're almost exactly the same," then you need to be doing something about what's happening in your life. You are not on the right path, my child. If you have similarities and can relate to this, you have certain issues that you may need to resolve. Let me see if I can find this part, because I feel like they wanted you to read it completely differently than what it actually comes off as. I think they wanted you to read it as, because they keep saying that these things are not similar, but they're exactly the same in these ways.
To die, and I plan to die fairly often, to be honest. I think the decision you end up making is, if you're not going to die, what are you going to do?
See, we're supposed to feel bad for this guy because he thinks about killing himself because people are mean to him because he has an interest in children.
But you still communicate with people who have committed crimes against kids?
Inevitably, yes, sometimes you will speak to someone who's, for example, used child sexual abuse material online.
It seems like, to me, these child forums, you're all just enabling one another, really.
Enabling.
Tomfoolery doesn't begin to cover it. I gotta find, since I can't play much of this because they're gonna take down the stream. They keep warning me they're about to take the stream down.
And walk into a room and talk about this.
You know, I didn't know that there was a paedophile that wasn't going to intentionally go out and molest children.
Yeah, I think that's definitely.
Oh, jeez. I actually didn't watch the end where they said their thoughts. Man.
I don't think he's an evil person. I take away from this knowing now that not all paedophiles are. I mean, I do think he's a risk, but I don't think that, you know, I didn't know that there was a paedophile that wasn't going to intentionally go out and molest children.
Yeah, I think that definitely was a learning curve. It's definitely something that needs to be spoken about. But in Mouse's case, I just think his mentality is just a bit hopeless.
No, you think? But of course, it's Holly is the one who says that. I learned a lot. This was very informative. Where is this part? Oh, wow.
Relationship with the person and fantasize about a child.
I have sometimes, yeah, while having sexual interactions with an adult, thought of a child that
very healthy.
Hear that one day, and
You done volunteering to work with children?
Yeah.
Knowing you're attracted to them?
Knowing that I had the attraction, but also knowing, even at that stage, that I wasn't going to.
What, purposely knowing you're going to be working with the kids?
Well, what do you mean by purposely?
You wanted to be around kids. Is that so you can perv on them?
No.
So when you was there, you didn't fancy any of them?
Yes, I did, but it's not the same thing.
But how is it not the same thing?
I'm not going to say like, oh.
God. In the wood chipper, my dude. I want to find this one part.
People's lives with children and just not say.
It's morally wrong, and also, I don't think that would be something that would be an outlet for me.
You still fantasize about it though?
Yep.
So deep down, yeah, you feel you're not doing nothing wrong?
I haven't broken the law. Yes, in myself, I feel like I didn't choose the attraction. I don't think it's unreasonable that I get some kind of...
They keep warning me they're about to take down the stream because of copyright. I gotta find this one freaking part so I can play it for you guys. Because it's just mind-boggling. Oh, here we go. I think I found it. Yeah, I think this is the part.
I'm gay. I was the only gay in school and I had a lot of bullying through that. Some people believe that people that are gay should have therapy to sort of change that, and I don't think that's possible.
Right.
Do you think that the sexual attraction to children is similar in the way that it's something that can't be changed?
Exactly. It isn't similar in the way that it would be right or wrong to act on it.
Yeah.
It is similar probably, like, if you think about the science of it. I'm really careful. I don't like making the comparison because I think it's really stigmatizing for gay people.
So do you have therapy now?
I don't have therapy now, but I have.
They're trying to dance around it. Even the he's a virtuous man, you know. He's a very virtuous, child attracted person. Doesn't want to give, you know, stigma to gay people, but they can't help but find similarities in the way that they approach the world, which is just very interesting. And that actually wasn't the part that I wanted to play. Now, where the hell is it where she actually... I gotta find it before they take the stream down. Let me get to it. I didn't expect that they were gonna have this freaking... Why do they do that, man? Come on. It's fair use, my dude. Oh, I think this is... Okay, where she's... I think this is it, where she's trying to square the circle here. Okay, here we go. She's trying to explain how she's here. Let me. I'll just let her say it.
Children, but then I also, on the flip side, feel like this is probably something that is wired in your brain and you can't help it. I don't think that you're this horrible, evil person. And I think that there should be more conversation, not to excuse it, but just to allow people to, one, get help, and to hopefully stop any kids being abused in the future.
I feel like this whole situation for you is a little...
You see, she keeps trying to, and she at one point says too that it's a, you know, gay conversion is wrong, but you need the conversion, and like, but it's hardwired in your brain, but it's okay when it's a gay person, and
this is going to be a huge mistake, a life-changing mistake. I wouldn't have done it if I wasn't prepared for the possibility that that's what it's going to be. We need a world where people can walk into a room and talk about this, and they don't end up dead.
No, actually, in fact, you are wrong, my good sir. We do not need that world. And of course, the discussion around this thing has been that they're not trying to normalize it. They're just trying to, you know, start the conversation and try to figure. No, what do you think you're doing? Saying that we need to start looking at it more clinically, and let's you know, they're hardwired this way, and we should treat them fairly for that. That is you are describing normalization. First, they're going to categorize it as a disorder, like the transgenders. Give it 5 years, and then it'll be an identity that has to be protected by the government and punishable with prison time if you don't accept it. How do people not get this? What a strange time to be alive. When we have access to all of human knowledge on a computer, and what do we do with it? We dress up pedophiles in mouse masks and talk about how those poor guys. He might have his life ruined over this. Sure, he's intentionally taken jobs to work around young children because he likes them, but he would never do anything. He's virtuous. Tomfoolery does not begin to cover it. Out of control. So I don't know if this is a fair Tomfoolery Tuesday. I wish I could play the whole freaking thing, but of course it gets the stream taken down for copyright. It would have been much more interesting to actually watch the whole thing. But I think you get the gist. So before I put the vote into the chat, don't forget to like the stream. Donate to the Revolver Fund. And don't be afraid to let everyone in your life know the boys didn't do nothing. Link in the description. 2 sticker pack. The boys didn't do nothing. I wonder if that's a phrase that, if it's on a transcript from YouTube, that they flag and then they stop suggesting your content. What else was I going to say? I lost my train of thought when I realized just saying that probably is bad for the YouTube algorithm. But it's true. It's true. All right? Innocent. Okay. So we had, as a recap, Gadsden Flag Kid, the return of the masks, and what was it? What else? Big. Putting it in the chat. Okay. Gadsden Flag Kid. Return of the masks. Ungrateful refugees. Miss Abracadabra, who was upset about having a free apartment with 3 bedrooms. And the virtuous pedo. Which is the most, it has the most tomfoolery. As we vote, let's listen to a song.
Here's a song called The Bells of Every Chapel. I swear the bells in every chapel were ringing the day that I met you. From high in the trees, birds were singing, singing of you and me. From deep in the crowd, you were glowing without even knowing. So from way over here, looked crystal clear that you were the one for me. But life, it ain't so simple. No, life, it ain't so kind. Well, life could lead you somewhere to be all alone. You're crying, crying, crying. chapel, they were ringing the day that I met you. Well, they were ringing so clear you couldn't hear, and your heart would never be mine. I swear the lilies in every valley were blooming the day that you touched me. Back when you took my hand, and it was then that you told me one day I would understand. But now I'm much older, and suddenly I see
It's always hard to get people to vote. What's up with that? Dude, what's the point of music if you're not using it to simp? I don't know what the point of it is.
But life, it ain't so simple. No, life, it ain't so kind. Well, life can lead you somewhere to be all alone. You're crying, crying, crying. I swear the bells inside every
We always have a few people who abstain from the vote. You guys. But I think the winner was definitely clear. I'm not sure I don't know if we even needed a vote this Tuesday.
There's a place in the garden.
All right. Yeah, as if we needed to vote. The Tomfoolery Tuesday for today goes to... What the hell was the name of that channel? Channel 4. Let me see, what was it? Channel 4 Documentaries, the home of all cutting-edge factual content you can handle. That was cutting edge and factual. You guys, pedophiles ain't that bad. You heard it here first on Channel 4 Documentaries. The proud recipient of the I was going to say, I combined Tomfoolery and TikTok Tuesday there for a second. The proud recipient of the Tomfoolery Tuesday Award. And believe me, that's far from the only tomfoolery they've got going on with this mask thing. Abused by my white adopted family. Oh, okay. Being gay in the army nearly drove me to suicide. Now I know that these things get your stream copyrighted. That's a huge bummer. Because I was planning on going over several of these over the next few weeks, but apparently we can't because the stream will be taken down. But look at this stupid crap, man.
Any specific moments that stood out that really think that was the final straw?
I used to be locked in my room and they took the handle off the door.
I just want to say, so I was abused by my white adoptive family. Why does it matter that they're white? When this guy is clearly... Well, you get the idea. Oh, come on, my dude.
Especially the black side.
Well, we grew up in a 99% white environment. They didn't teach us anything about black history, about the geography of the world, different countries.
You heard it here first, folks. White people do not teach geography because there's parts of the world where black people live. Tomfoolery off the charts. But I'm sure I'm probably about to get this taken down again because that's what they do. All right, guys. Not our regular 3 hours, but still, good Tuesday. Don't forget to pick up your sticker. No stream tomorrow. Probably a stream on Thursday. Maybe I'll do a celebration stream if I actually fix my damn zero-turn mower. Speaking of tomfoolery, I could write a book about my experiences trying to fix this freaking mower. All right, guys. My name is Swamp. I hope you had a good time on Tomfoolery Tuesday. And I'll see you guys next time.